Hi, welcome back to Resin by Drew. This video first needs to start with an apology because I filmed the video from the beginning when I first started, but for some reason the footage is so blurry I can't use it. So I don't want to lose the video of the work that I've done so far, so I'm going to try and recreate the beginning of it and bring you up to the speed as to where I am now and see if that works, rather than scrap it. If it doesn't, then I'll have to scrap it and start again. So my idea was to use a mould, and instead of using the inside of toilet paper roll or kitchen paper holder, I would use quilling paper. Now I got the idea from Leah Designs, so I used different coloured quilling paper and cut them to size. I cut them to 15 centimetres for the large flower and 12 centimetres for the small flower, and I literally just glued the ends together. It's important to keep them as straight as you can, because otherwise you end up with kinks in the shape that you're using, and then your resin will be uneven because you'll have to you have to put more resin in some areas to cover them up. So it's important to keep them as straight as you can and as joined together as you can. So I literally joined all my I've done petals and I've done leaves, so I joined them all together like that, and then I laid them all out, and I'll show you a picture of the way that I laid them out. I put a very thin, very thin layer of resin down first, just enough to rest the two flower designs that I made onto the resin, to give it a base, to give me something so that I could pour the resin, the coloured resin that I was going to be using, into without it leaking. And once that had dried, I used two glittered resins. I used Hemway Emerald green glitter and Hemway Red Holographic glitter, and for the mica powder I used pink, Arteza Flamingo Pink, and this is where I'm up to so far at the moment. So as you can see, the footage that I've lost is quite a lot, but as I say, I am trying to recoup the video so it's not a total loss. So I've got my two flowers. So I put my very thin layer of resin down to start with. I put my flowers that I'd made with the quilling paper, so I just folded the quilling paper to make the petals and just set those down like that. I glued them together. I glued the quilling paper flower petals together to make them easier to take in and out of the moulds while I was working. And then yesterday I put the coloured glitter and the mica powder down. So today I'm ready now to put the final layer of resin on. So I hope you'll bear with me with this video. As I say, I have filmed it all, but the footage is just too poor to use. It would drive me insane to watch it, and I don't believe that if I couldn't watch it without being driven insane, I should put it up for anyone else to watch. So I hope you'll excuse me this time that I've not filmed from beginning to end, and I hope you understand what I mean. But if you do have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comments box below, and I will do my very best to answer them, tell you what I did if I've missed any explanations out, etc, etc. So I'm going to pause for now. I'm going to mix some resin up, and I'm going to get ready to pour this final layer on. I've mixed up 200 grams of resin. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, so I'll start pouring and we'll see where we go from there. I do like these quilling papers because, as I've said before, the 5mm quilling paper is the perfect height for this mould. I'm hoping that the quilling paper just sits nicely with a layer of resin on it just within the mould. I think I'm going to have to mix up a little bit more resin. I thought that was going to be the case, but I wanted to start somewhere, so I thought 200 was a good place to start. Don't need much more though, that's the problem. I might not need any more. Let's have a look. Let's give it a good spread. Getting all the nooks and crannies. Level. I actually think from being level, on eye level with it, that's enough. That's about the right amount of resin, to be honest. I've got a little bit there. I'm just going to mix up another 50 just to be on the safe side. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so I've mixed up another 50 grams. I'm just going to top a couple of little areas up, and then I'll put the heat gun on, burst the bubbles, and leave it to cure. That's better. It's rather full though. Right, okay. I'll pause the video here because you don't need to listen to the heat gun. I'm going to pop the heat gun on and just pop a few bubbles, and then leave it to cure, and I'll be back tomorrow for the demoulding. So that's it. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Hi, welcome back. I'm now going to demould the piece that I've been working on for the last few days, which is these two flowers that I've made from quilling paper. So I'll just go around the outside of the mould first and just release the edges. I love the shape of the mould. It's Moulds and Shapes, and I think it's called ribbed. It's a ribbed tray. Just peel it away at the back. There we go. Mould to one side. There we go. That is very pretty. I mean, with some, actually black card or white card will work better. I'll try both colours and see what we think. But that's turned out beautifully. The edges are lovely as well. Let me set it off. Let me just try some white card and see which is better. I think white's actually better. So we'll go with white card. I have got a couple of spots where the glitter or the mica seeped out just a little tiny bit. So I need to work on that for next time, but I'm really pleased with that. I am happy with it. It could be used from both sides, the front and the back. But no, I really like that. I'm happy with it. I like the two different sizes of flowers. I've got a little tiny bit of overspill there, but I like the two different sizes of flowers. I think that sets it off, and because I've done it with the quilling paper, it's been easy to make them in two different sizes because I could just make the quilling paper to whatever size I wanted. Yeah, I hope you like that. I'm going to think my next project, because I couldn't record this properly from beginning to end, I might do some coasters with the quilling paper and a matching tray, or some coasters and maybe matching napkin rings or napkin holders. But I'll have a think about it over the next few days, and I'll be back with another experiment soon. See you soon. Bye for now.